Dealing with our rapidly changing global society demands more of higher education. Our response to that at San Francisco State University is to include the teaching of values, teaching hearts as well as minds.
We just went through a comprehensive planning effort in which the faculty said that one of the core principles that they wanted to have embedded in the strategic plan for the future was a commitment to diversity and a commitment to social justice. I know of very few faculties around this country that have in fact made that commitment and have made whatever the kinds of sacrifices that go along with that kind of commitment.
Why do we need to teach values?
The commitment to equity and social justice has two aspects. One is the intent and effort to rectify past inequities and injustices, past exclusions and deprivations. The other aspect is forward-looking. That is the effort to see to it that all persons, all experiences, all perspectives are heard, are respected, are included, that all people are empowered to be part of a pluralistic democratic community.
Many universities are addressing equity and social justice, but at San Francisco State University, the culture of social justice is everywhere, even in programs one may not expect.
We were immigrant kids, so we didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to go out on the streets because my mom was sort of worried about us. So we watched a lot of TV, and I watched a lot of cartoons. And those characters that were scientists were always the ones that were having the most fun. And I thought, you know, I want to be a scientist. My personal and professional goal is to really change the face of science. Once we have everyone out there in the scientific workforce that reflects the demography of our nation, we'll be able to answer the questions that are relevant to all communities.
As a woman of color or even anyone that's low income or people of color, it's very difficult to break into the field of science and to make actual great advances in the field when you don't have any support or guidance. My parents didn't have much of an education and they struggled with employment all their lives. And it was very difficult because I knew that I had wanted to pursue higher education, but I knew that it wouldn't happen anytime soon unless I actually had some support. And that's when I found this program here at SFSU. It helped to foster me become more of a scientist, something that I've always dreamt.
A diverse faculty creates socially relevant curricula and are models for opportunity.
San Francisco State, over the 18 years that I have been president, we have averaged 71% of our new faculty hires have been women and people of color. That means that we have, over the period of 18 years, basically changed the face of the campus so that it more nearly reflects the face of the student population. We provide role models, we provide faculty who are engaged in the research and teaching that is important to the students that we're bringing in and important to the society that we're trying to serve.
And the other thing is that they declare that there should be primary health care for everyone. I try to make colleagues with my students so that the classroom is a collegial experience where they can see I am learning as much as I am teaching, and then they are willing to teach as much as they're willing to learn, because they have to learn.
We believe that a socially relevant curriculum has global implications.
When I was a student in college, I slipped on the road on a motorcycle, broke my back, been a paraplegic ever since. We've had hundreds of good wheelchair builders leave this class and have helped start up their own groups and get them to the point where they not only make wheelchairs, but make a profit.
I'm from Iraq, and I lived all my life there. I just came to the United States like five months ago. I'm disabled myself, so I was interested like why these wheelchairs are so expensive everywhere in the world. I'd like to learn how to make wheelchairs cheaper and then send this technology back to Iraq. They need to be changed for every environment. They need to be changed for every country because the people in different countries, they have different needs. And they need somebody from the country itself so he knows exactly how to change them.
4 to 5 people live in the developing world. If we don't take full advantage of their brains, of their ingenuity, we won't be able to make the changes we need to make quickly in society. We won't be able to move forward nearly as well as we can if we all work together. This is not just an academic university, this is a university of workers. People have worked in the world before and intend to go back and work harder in the future.
Equity also means providing access to educational opportunities for all who seek them.
In the United States, maybe there's not that
The Welcome Back initiative started about 4 years ago. Its purpose is to work with immigrants that were trained in health in their countries of origin, came to the US, and are not working in the health workforce. It's such a unique opportunity to assist them in the process of re-entering the fields that they know and love, to enrich the field of health with their knowledge, with their culture, with their language.
You guys do scenario A. You guys do B.
The population seeking health services does not find itself reflected in the providers of health services. Therefore, the cultural linguistic competency needed to ensure efficient, effective, and productive health encounters is just not happening.
I am physical therapist from Chile. I was a professional. I have a director position, and when I came here, I lost everything, and I feel like I lost even my self-confidence. I couldn't communicate. I couldn't do anything. And this class helped me for have again my self-confidence and start to communicate with people and start do my job.
Our engagement extends beyond the campus to embrace the entire community.
A lot of the work that we do that really promotes HIV protection, promotes our health, is to really connect men to their sexuality, to be able to have spaces where they can take their masks off, they can be themselves and feel proud. I am a researcher, but I am also a Latino, I'm also a gay man, I'm also someone that wants to have fun, someone who really understands the loneliness and have really struggled with the epidemic in the same way that they have. I am actually very excited that the work that I write is not part of just a university library. Actually, these men read my books, and I get continuously letters from them, or they write me notes, or they send me emails saying, finally I see my life reflected in the books that I read.
Our students and faculty are committed to removing economic barriers to opportunity.
I've been looking for work for a while, about 4 months.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, hopefully this will be, what you need. It's definitely important to go in there.
I'm doing an internship here with A Minor Miracle, helping men and women that are trying to re-enter the workforce. We bring them in and try to help them find something that's going to be suitable for the job.
What's really important that our students are able to do is put a look together on a mannequin, then see the look on a person, and then hear a person say, it helped me get a job. So there's a whole other attribute that they're appreciating, and that's what when our students are able to work and as interns or get employed by A Minor Miracle, it's a win-win situation.
Alberta Rose trains students to teach dance to children who have little access to cultural enrichment.
5, 6, 7, and that's better. That is so much better. Keep going. Keep going. Look where you are. Don't run into each other. Feel each other. Feel the community. My whole career has been built around showing the academic side of dance and how important it is, particularly to those children who have less access. They learn self-discipline and the discipline of the art form, which sets them up to be able to transfer some of those skills into reading skills, into math skills, into writing skills.
I think you're doing real good, and I'm very proud of you. Basically, working with Dr. Rose has given my daughter privileges that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to have. I think it's done a lot for Nyla's self-esteem and her self-worth. She seems more vibrant now, and she sees that the doors are opening for her.
Part of my curriculum and part of who I am is I have to go find those children and let them know you still are capable of going to college. And that means training teachers like the young ladies that I'm working with to really understand what they got to do. They got to go beyond their comfort zone to reach out to children.
Rene Dahl prepares teachers in early childhood education, focusing not only on underprivileged children, but also on the social conditions that undermine them.
We want our teachers to really understand about the context in which children grow up and what resources are there and what they can build on, to see that they have a much bigger responsibility to a child than simply what happens to that child in 2 hours of daycare or preschool. That really the commitment is to larger social change and changing the life opportunities and enhancing life chances for these 4-year-olds who very often come from impoverished communities, not through any fault of their own. That's where they're born, and that's not where they need to stay if we are committed to being change agents.
The commitment to values and social engagement creates an inclusive culture of faculty and students who give back to the community.
What we're trying to create is a learning community that will be a model for the rest of society that incorporates, not only accommodates, but celebrates the varieties of human diversity that characterize American society.
I like to take visitors to our campus past the Student Union, the Student Center, around noontime. And invariably, you will run into a couple of students who are having some kind of a discussion. The language of the debate is English. The background is often from two different cultures that are not America. But that discussion is taking place at San Francisco State in front of our Student Union. And it brings to bear the issues that are global, and it prepares these students to function in a society that is truly global.